What's up, you guys? This is Jazz from HipHop, powered by Street Elements Global Media. And today we're switching things up a bit. We're not saying HipHop. We're saying R&B.
R&B
with Miss Queen Logic on our couch today. How are you doing?
I'm good, Queen. How you been?
I'm doing good. I've been good. I've been feeling good. You looking good.
Thank you. You as well, Queen.
Looking real good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we get into the why R&B question.
Okay.
I just need everybody to know that you've made a major change in your appearance.
I have.
You used to have the dreadlocks going on.
I did.
And now you have this short look going on.
I'm finger waving it out.
Everybody has like drool on the side of their mouths from staring at you all day.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to talk about that, okay? So let's get into it. Why did you choose R&B?
I chose R&B because you can feel R&B. Ever since I can remember me falling in love with music, it was that How Did You Get Here? You remember that song?
Yes, Deborah Cox.
From Deborah Cox. And that song touched me. And I was just a little girl, but I could feel what she was saying. And I always wanted to do that. I wanted people to feel my soul, hear my soul.
Okay,
most definitely.
So you say you were just a little girl. When did you actually start singing yourself?
Well, the first time I sung, I was about 5 years old. In the tent church, I started singing a little bit of like a T.D. Jakes song. It was like, How Did You Get Here was this, no, I'm sorry. That was Deborah Cox. It was Thank You for the Roses.
Okay.
From T.D. Jakes, my mom's favorite song. She wanted me to learn it. I have been practicing it 5 years old. I go up there to sing it. I probably sung like a little bit of the intro and I ran off stage. That was like my first. I ran to mommy like, all these people looking at me, but I always knew I wanted to be, in front of crowds and singing for sure.
That's actually really, that's one of the things that a lot of people don't hear often.
Mm-hmm.
That not only did you start young, but you knew from a young age that you wanted to be great. You wanted to be into this, right?
Definitely.
So with you, you started singing at 5.
Mm-hmm.
What age did you say, okay, I'm going to become an artist?
So I didn't decide to be a solo artist. I was in a rap singing duo called Unique Chemistry.
Okay.
And at that time, I was just Logic. That was before the Queen.
Right.
And, we performed. He would rap, and I would basically sing his ad libs, and I came up with the choruses. But it sounded good.
Right.
Our classmates were into it. So that's the first time, and I believe I was 14.
Yes, sir. Okay, so y'all had this going on young, like y'all knew. Okay, so when you separated and now you become Queen Logic, where does that fall in the timeline?
That falls in about 9 months ago. Actually.
Really?
Yeah. So I was a pawnbroker, worked at Cash America, and one day I was just like, I'm tired of dreaming of my dreams, basically. So I was like, I called my best friend's page, a single page on Instagram, and I was like, Paige, today's the day. Like, I'm jumping off the porch, I'm going to sing. I set up a photo shoot with one of my co-workers, and that's how it started.
Okay, so 9 months ago, you made this conscious decision that you're going to move forward with
it professionally.
I'm proud of you. I have to say that because it looks like your progression is over way more than 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's going to carry you a longer way because people are going to feel like you already been doing this. You got it in you already. It's so natural. Already, it looks like this is what you've been doing.
I appreciate that, but I feel like I'm light years behind of where I ultimately want to be. What my vision is and all I know is just the hustle to get there. That's it.
So now we got to break off into preaching jazz music,
because
I struggle with those same things sometimes. Mm-hmm. I think everybody as an entrepreneur, because that's what really this is. You're dream chasing. You're turning your talent into what makes your money, right? That don't come overnight.
Right.
But let me tell you something. Some of the steps or some of the things that we're blessed with advance us way further than the motherfucker that gotta go to school.
Right.
The motherfucker that's taking singing lessons right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like God is gonna do everything, or the universe is gonna do everything when it's supposed to happen. So
I feel that, Queen.
I don't feel like you're behind. I can.
Like,
I don't feel like you you're behind anything. I feel like you're right on pace to what you're supposed to do, or when we're supposed to see.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I think you said a mouthful again, especially Jazz, because it's all about time.
Yeah.
Before, in high school when I started with the group, I wanted to sing. We had a manager. We were performing in the opening for like Lenny Williams and Cupid, but it just wasn't God's timing. So when He says yes, that's it.
Exactly. Now look at you now. This glow, they can't teach it. You couldn't have bought it.
Right.
You couldn't have had it earlier. You had to grow into this.
Definitely.
So I'm Team Logic, because guess what? I already know what's coming.
Team Logic.
I already know.
Queen Logic.
Team Queen Logic. Okay, so moving on a little bit. So now, we get through. Now we're gonna become an artist, right? What was like one of your first solo singles that made you realize, okay, this is it. Like this what we need.
Well, so to be honest, back maybe about 5 years ago, maybe 5.5 years ago, I moved to Seattle on the whim, Washington State, with my brother Q to G from Q on Track ENT. And the night before I moved to Washington, I spent the whole night. I even left the studio and went to the airport. So I was in the studio with DJ Malachi. At the time, he was teamed up with Ayo, the producer. And he had a track, and he wanted me to reference it for him. And I stayed in the studio that night, and it was just me, DJ Malachi, and DJ MK was actually in the studio. And I referenced this track called Fall, and we spent all night. He sent me the track, and I actually was on the plane listening to that track the whole way to Washington. So it was like going to Washington State. I had in my mind, like, am I leaving what I should be doing? My heart was heavy. But that one song always stuck with me. I even listened to it the same day that I decided that I was going to jump off the porch. So that song initially jump-started me into wanting to walk into being Queen Logic.
Okay. So with that song, let's backspace just a little bit. Was that song the first time you had gotten in the studio?
Well, no, because I can't lie. I come from like a musically inclined family.
Gotcha.
So my dad sings. My dad's a musician, a music producer. My brother had his first MPC program, or MP. What do they call it? The beat box. The beat machine. Okay. So QG had a beat machine, and he always had his own little home setup. So I always was writing songs, singing songs with my brother, with my dad, doing little things. So I always knew life in the studio.
Gotcha.
So I always loved being in the studio. Even before I was a professional singer, I worked in the studio.
Gotcha.
So I always was familiar with being in the studio and recording arts. But it was just Fall made me dream and made me see like this could be it. Yeah, this is me easily. Yes. I couldn't believe how it sounded. So definitely. Yes.
Okay. So right now, you're in the industry. So now we're tunneling through. We're trying to figure out where we're gonna go, what we're gonna hit everybody with. What are some of the toughest times that you're facing as an artist? Kind of, funneling through that.
Well, so I would say the toughest part was when I first jumped in the studio. So I was at New Industry Studios. I spent the whole week in the studio, and it was hard catching a vibe. It was hard catching a vibe. Like I learned right then and there that it's all about your surroundings when you're trying to create, the people around you. So you got to surround yourself with positivity, and you'll become that same company you keep, right? So it was really learning that you can't go in the studio and decide you want to write, because that's time is money. So that's the first thing I learned as far as business, on a business aspect, spiritual wise, as creating. And also that it's going to take me some time to find my voice. I wanted to drop, the whole plan was to drop the EP. Oh, I'm going to drop 12, 24 songs, and I couldn't even get out one. So that was the toughest obstacle ever. Okay, so with the Two Whoop situation, how did that collaboration come about? So I met Two Whoop years ago, back when I was working at the studio that I recorded at before I went to Washington State. I was working at that studio. And him and Gradic were there working. That's when they were mixing up right before the Pussy Nigga single. Gotcha. So, which just sounds so weird for me. What? Right? For a female to even think about, I'm like, what? But ultimately his hit single. So
Yeah.
I met him right around that time. So like I said, I went to Washington State.
Mhm.
We stayed in contact over there. He was letting me know the project was going hammer. He's like, too bad you're not in Florida. Like, stuff is jumping. So
Right.
initially when I came back and life settled, he ended up going to prison.
Yeah.
He got out of prison. He hit me up like, Logic.
Good.
Yeah, he hit me up like, let's get in the studio. I want to put you out. I want to, you know. So that's how we got in the studio
That's
to work
excellent.
together. Yeah.
Excellent.
So that's what
So he
started
sounds
that.
like a pretty kindred person. Like,
Real,
to be
I
around.
can say he's real. Oh yeah, definitely a vibe, and he accepts positivity, so that
Yes.
maybe why the vibrations were so on point at the
Exactly.
studio.
And
Yeah.
for me, the only reason that I'm like really like, you know, sticking on that
Mhm.
is because I feel like everyone in the industry, like when we're coming up or, you know, you're going through, you grab on to certain people that are already there that can kind of teach you or just give you some type of insight. Somebody that I can hold on to like while we're doing this that's already done
So I'm
it.
not so blind.
Yeah.
And that's definitely, he takes the big brother role, and definitely
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna show you all the ends when you get there because you got the voice. So he was just someone else to say, I believe in you and your talent. So that was another pinnacle point that told me this is what I should be doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay then. So with that, now, you know, we've got to some of the low points, some of the high points.
Mhm.
I actually kind of want to switch gears again.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
You
switch
know,
it up.
we're going to switch it up. So, I want to know for everybody, you know, your fans, for
Mhm.
everybody that could be watching,
Mhm.
I want to know what's the craziest thing you've ever done.
The craziest thing Queen Logic's ever done. Okay, so this would have to be when I was young Logic,
Okay.
Queen in training, when I was still a savage. I would say,
Okay.
because you know you got to go through many
Yes.
many roles before you get to Queen role. So I was definitely a savage then, but back in the days, living out over there on Silver Star with me and my best friend at the time, Justina. She had some issues with a girl on Facebook. This is when Facebook beef was major.
Right.
So this was her first like Facebook beef, and we was like, you know what? We know where she lives. Like, you know, she chopping it up on Facebook, but we know where she lives. So you know, at 15, I had my own car. We pulled up.
15, being bad.
15, and got my own little hoopty. I got two of my homegirls with me in his house and knocked on the door. She wasn't home.
Oh,
so we wrote her a note like, hey, we stopped by at this on Facebook.
Like, she's supposed to be like, wow. That's
no, but she did. She posted the note, like, you know. But that was the craziest thing I ever did because now that I'm a queen,
right,
I see that was classless. That was dangerous.
I mean,
we in Florida. This is
Garden State.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If anybody feels threatened by you, it could be over for you. So
yeah.
It's just.
I mean, but you know, we also in Florida, so run up, get done.
It was that life. And it's so funny. We ended up coming back, and anybody who's from Orlando, they know out the gate back then was throwing all the biggest parties.
Right.
So happened that out the gate is her next door neighbor. Her and my best friend start fighting out the gate. Come out of nowhere like, what's up?
Oh my gosh! So
yeah,
y'all lit. Y'all was lit. Too lit.
Yeah. So
I never got into like that was my biggest thing. Confrontation. Now the craziest thing is I'll beat your ass.
Yeah.
I will beat your ass. You put your hands on.
But I'm not confrontational either.
Yeah.
It was that young savage.
Yeah.
It was the young savage.
It'd be like that.
It was
like that. But we
don't do that, Queen.
Logic now.
No, you're right.
So you know you got a lot more logic.
Right. It's up here.
You know?
It's up here.
So okay. So now with your career and everything that you've been, you know, preparing for, you've been getting ready for, you're working towards.
Right.
What you got going on now?
The single. So been doing so much pre-release for my single In Between.
Okay.
Which you were just talking about. You heard the Be Your Queen In Between.
Yes.
It's dropping soon.
Okay.
I don't have a date for you.
Okay.
It's this spring.
Okay.
But I'm doing the video at the end of this month in Miami. It's been so much pre-release and I cannot wait. This is like the first song. Now, I'm not going to say that it's my favorite song that I have.
Okay.
But it is the most, you know, even for the millennials.
Yeah.
But this is for the women. This is for the queen.
Yeah.
It's relatable.
Exactly. I was going to say, because like I said, that Can I Be Your Queen part. Like, if I can remember a lyric or two, trust me. it is good enough because I'm gonna be listening to it and learn the rest of them.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, it's just like I feel like that's a song for you that a lot of people be able to catch on. Like you said, millennials, it's a girl song, a chick song. We all going through the same things because niggas don't be shit.
When you're dealing with, I mean, that's before you get to the king. But we're talking, this for the queens who still in and out of their bad boy stage. So,
exactly.
you know, you want to roll this green. Okay. You want to count all this money up.
You
want to tell them how to spend this money.
You know what I'm saying?
It fits all in between.
Okay, then. So that's something for everybody, basically. Every kind of level. Because I know young hoes, old hoes, in between hoes on the same shit.
But listen, well, we talking about the queen, so I mean, to become a queen, any female knows that you go through so many characters and levels as a female before you can get to that point where you can really put your crown on. You got to be crowned first. So it's like, you know, it's somewhere in between that woman and queen level where you still, you know, dealing with that dude, but not only are you dealing with a particular type of dude, but you're already coming into a queen, so you're trying to help him adjust his crown too. Right. So this is for the young queens trying to help those young men become king.
That's the best description, adjusting your crown. Like, okay, come on, we got it. We know,
you got all this money. I know you got the work ethic, you got the hustle. Let me fit me in between your schedule. Right. Let me show you how to get everything else where it needs to be.
Yes,
like a queen does, stabilizes and bosses things and gets things in order.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Okay, so with that single, you say you're gonna be releasing that in the spring. You have any, like, you gonna do a promo tour for us, and we gonna be able to see you in some cities?
I'm definitely trying to get on the road now. Just recently, I haven't been able to put my voice out there as much as I would like to. Get out there and perform, but I am now. I'm getting out there. I'm going to perform, do some open mics. I've just recently been getting out and networking with the DJs in my city, trying to get them on board, trying to form some relationships in that aspect. So really just getting my hustle on as an independent artist. So just know the single's coming. I hope you guys like it. I hope you like it, Queen.
I already like it.
That's what I'm so nervous about, is you really respect it, you know, what everyone's perception. I've let a lot of people hear it, and you can perceive the song in many ways, but all I can say is it's relatable.
Right. It definitely is. So with that, do you have any goals or anything that you want to accomplish this year, as far, because we're still in the first quarter technically. So do you have anything that you would like to accomplish? 40 years older?
Most definitely, I would like to drop another single after this single. Maybe even start working on the album or project. But most importantly, I want to hit the road. I want to go meet the queens. I want to go chat with the queens. I want to sing for the queens, and I want to put on for the royal court. That's what I want to do.
I mean, well, you dropping all of these things that you could do to, like, you know, add to that. Now your fan base is gonna be called the royal court. Now I know that. You're gonna be on your queen tour soon. So I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that because, like I said, I like the song. So if you can get across to somebody like me, then that's always, you can keep going, because
I hope so.
I'm hard to please.
I hope so. My heart beats fast when I think of other people hearing the song, but I just want everybody to like it.
Yes, and they will. So can you tell everybody kind of where to find your music, where they can find, you know, your Instagram, Facebook, your music?
Definitely. So I'm on SoundCloud. It's Only Queen Logic as well. You can find me Only Queen Logic at Instagram. My Facebook music page is also Only Queen Logic. But most importantly, when the video and the single hits, definitely visit QOnTrackENT.com, where you can sign up to my mail list and get exclusives, behind the scenes footage with Miss Jazz, behind the scenes of the video, and everything else that you may need to see with regarding the queen anyway. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I definitely want to thank you for gracing our couch today. You're the first person to come do Y-R&B. So I want to thank you for introducing that to us. I know so many people are going to love this. So you guys, again, I'm sitting here with Miss Queen Logic, you know what I'm saying? The first person to do our Y-R&B. This is Jasnice over at HipHop, powered by Street Elements Global Media. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.